Ellen DeGeneres has gone crazy after Portia de Rossi kicked her out of the house. Ellen became extremely angry after Portia previously broke off all contact between them and decided to distance herself from Ellen for a while. And now that Ellen's connection to Diddy has come to light, Portia wants nothing more to do with Ellen. She reveals her trust has been deeply damaged and sources claim she is truly heartbroken. She can't believe that the woman she married has such a dark side. So what happened? The love story of Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi begins in 2000 at a social event in Los Angeles. At the time, both were carving their respective paths in Hollywood. Ellen was a beloved comedian and television host known for her trailblazing role as a gay woman in entertainment. Portia, on the other hand, was a rising actress, best known for her roles in TV series like Ally McBeal. Their first meeting was brief. Portia later admitted that when she first laid eyes on Ellen, she was immediately captivated. However, there was a complication. Portia was not publicly out as a lesbian at that time. She harbored feelings for Ellen, but was too afraid to act on them, fearing the consequences for her career. They exchanged pleasantries and moved on with their lives. But something profound had shifted within Portia. Over the next few years, their paths crossed a few more times. Each meeting carried a certain magnetic tension, a sense of something unsaid. By 2004, both Ellen and Portia found themselves single and at a similar event again. This time, there was no mistaking the mutual attraction. Ellen, being the more openly out and proud of the two, initiated a deeper conversation, breaking down some of the barriers Portia had built around herself. Portia felt safe in Ellen's presence, a feeling she had rarely experienced before. They began dating soon after, though initially under the radar. Their relationship, once public, became a symbol of love, courage, and authenticity in the LGBTQ+ community. Ellen, who had faced significant backlash when she came out in the late 1990s, was now a successful talk show host with The Ellen DeGeneres Show, which premiered in 2003. Her career was on a meteoric rise. Portia, meanwhile, was gaining popularity for her role in Arrested Development. As they became more comfortable with sharing their relationship with the world, their bond only seemed to grow stronger. Ellen often spoke about Portia on her show, expressing her love openly. Portia, who had come out publicly around the same time they started dating, found Ellen's unwavering confidence and positivity to be incredibly inspiring. She often described Ellen as her best friend and soulmate. By 2005, they were inseparable. Their shared love for animals, philanthropy, and desire to make a positive impact in the world made them seem like the perfect match. Ellen's humor and wit balanced Portia's more reserved and introspective nature. They were often seen laughing together, holding hands at red carpet events, and sharing loving glances. They became a much adored couple, a beacon of hope for many in the LGBTQ+ community. In 2008, when the California Supreme Court overturned the ban on same-sex marriage, Ellen and Portia decided to take the plunge. It wasn't just a personal decision, it was also a political statement. They were thrilled at the prospect of having their love legally recognized. Ellen proposed to Portia in their Los Angeles home with a stunning 3-carat pink diamond ring. Portia, overwhelmed with emotion, immediately said yes. Their wedding on August 16, 2008 was an intimate affair attended by close friends and family. Set in their Beverly Hills home, the ceremony was filled with love and joy.
There's a smile on my face, there's a spring in my step, and there's a ring on my finger, and that's...
Both Ellen and Portia wore Zac Posen gowns. Ellen opted for a white pantsuit while Portia wore a flowing dress. The couple exchanged handwritten vows filled with promises of love, support, and friendship. The moment was historic, not just for them, but for many around the world who looked up to them as role models. Their marriage marked the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. They continued to support each other in their respective careers while also taking on joint projects, particularly those focused on humanitarian and animal rights causes. In public, they were often seen sharing affectionate moments, laughing together, and showing genuine admiration for each other. Their love story was, for a time, considered one of the most stable and beautiful in Hollywood. However, like all relationships, Ellen and Portia's marriage was not without its difficulties. The pressures of Hollywood, public scrutiny, and the intense schedules both maintained began to take their toll. One of the first signs of trouble emerged around 2014 when rumors of a rift between the couple started making headlines. These rumors were fueled by Ellen's high-profile persona as a talk show host and Portia's struggles to find her own path within the shadow of Ellen's success. Portia, though a talented actress, found herself often defined by her marriage rather than her own achievements. This led to an identity crisis that caused friction between them. Portia was also dealing with personal battles, including her long struggle with eating disorders and a sense of inadequacy. Meanwhile, Ellen's career was demanding more of her time and energy. As her show continued to gain traction, Ellen was becoming one of the most powerful and influential figures in Hollywood. Her brand of humor, kindness, and advocacy for positive change was resonating worldwide, yet the image of Ellen the entertainer contrasted with the reality at home. Portia often felt lonely and isolated in their marriage. Ellen, with her busy schedule, sometimes failed to notice how deeply Portia was struggling. In 2018, Ellen considered ending her talk show, citing the exhaustion of maintaining a public persona that had to be always kind, always happy. She felt boxed in by the expectations of her audience and the industry. Portia supported the idea, seeing it as a chance for them to reconnect on a deeper level, away from the constant spotlight. Yet Ellen chose to renew her contract, perhaps signaling to Portia that her career came first. As the years went by, the cracks in their marriage became more apparent. The intense pressure from their public life combined with personal insecurities created a rift. The pandemic of 2020 only exacerbated these tensions. When Ellen was accused of fostering a toxic work environment on her show, the scandal was splashed across the media. Suddenly, the Be Kind brand was being questioned and Ellen was under a microscope. Portia stood by Ellen during this tumultuous period, publicly supporting her. But behind the scenes, it was another story. The stress of the scandal and the negative media attention put further strain on their marriage. They began to argue more frequently. Ellen's stubbornness and need to control every aspect of her public image started spilling over into their private life, creating friction. Portia felt increasingly sidelined, her own desires and needs overshadowed by Ellen's relentless focus on her career and reputation. By late 2021, the couple had been through therapy and made several attempts to reconcile their differences. They wanted to preserve what they had built, knowing how much their relationship had meant not just to them, but to millions of fans. However, some wounds were too deep to heal. Portia felt that her voice was often unheard, her needs unmet. She longed for a quieter life, one filled with more authenticity and less spectacle. Ellen, however, was still caught in the cycle of her demanding career. But now the end is really there. Their marriage has failed. Ellen described Portia as the most important person in my life, while Portia mentioned that she will always love Ellen and that their time together had been filled with beautiful moments. They both acknowledged that while their marriage did not have the fairy tale ending many had hoped for, it was still a meaningful and transformative chapter in both of their lives.